Patrick Ossis here. Just wanted to share with you a couple of breaking news stories on the situation in North Korea. This first one is from Yonhap News, and it says North Korea threatens to sink U.S. nuclear submarine deployed to South Korea. After the United States deployed a nuclear-powered submarine and an aircraft carrier to South Korean waters amid high inter-Korean tensions, North Korea on Sunday threatened to sink the underwater vessel, accusing America of stepping up military intimidation. So they're going to sink a submarine that's already underwater. So I don't know. I understand what they mean, but it just sounds funny. You're going to sink a submarine, you know? Kind of a oxymoron. So the other story that just came out, and this one is a little bit more frightening to me, quite honestly. And it says Don's Drone Army, and this one's on The Sun. Don's Drone Army. Donald Trump is unleashing a killer drone squad as U.S. admiral warns military's hammering ISIS so hard they're running out of bombs. So the part about running out of bombs because we're bombing ISIS so much doesn't bother me at all, but this part right here bothers me. The U.S. has mobilized a fleet of missile-capable drones to blitz North Korea amid warnings it is running out of bombs to hit ISIS. The Grey Eagle drones are designed to carry Hellfire missiles and have reportedly been deployed in South Korea as war looms with the North after Kim Jong-un's third missile test fire this month. So I always kind of figured that if I saw a big influx of drones being sent to South Korea, that would be a sign to me that the decision to hit the North had already pretty much been made. So this kind of confirms what I thought, that they're sending a fleet of them over there to do this, apparently. The reason why I thought that would be kind of a signal is I've always suspected that what Donald Trump might be trying to do is some kind of a massive shock-and-awe airstrike on the North, where he thinks that he could take out the majority of the gun positions threatening Seoul, a lot of their ballistic missiles on the ground, probably take out their nuclear site up in Punari. There's a lot of things he could do. He could devastate them pretty heavily, but the air defense system in the North cannot be underestimated. And so it would make sense that for those dangerous strikes, you know, where the air defenses are a little bit more up to date, it might be better to use drones for strikes like that, because that way you're not risking U.S. pilots. And I'm sure Trump is very interested politically in keeping the number of U.S. casualties down. The problem is, I don't know if that's going to be possible to take out all those guns and all those ballistic missiles without them taking their revenge on Japan and South Korea and on our troops that are in both Japan and South Korea. So I'm not so sure that Trump understands the complexities of this situation. Maybe he knows other things I don't, and which I'm sure he does, but I don't know if this is going to be the right course of action, quite honestly. Another issue that has come up, and I don't have a news story on this one, it's just been out in the news for the last couple days, is this about Donald Trump wanting to renegotiate the South Korean trade agreement. I don't really have a problem with him doing that. I just have a problem with him announcing it now. We're in the middle of a crisis with North Korea. We need to show unity with our allies, not be whining about our trade differences right now. That's just not a good thing. Now, with China, that's a different story because they're pretty much an adversary, so I have no problem with him bringing it up to them and using it as leverage to get them to do things with North Korea, even though they really haven't done anything. So I don't have a problem with that. But with an ally like South Korea, who's been a loyal ally for, decades, I think it's kind of amateurish to bring this up at the time. I mean, it's just going to give the North another, the propagandists, another thing to use as a wedge to drive between the U.S. and the Korean people. So I think that was a real amateur move on Trump, but we'll see. But anyway, let me know what you think of these news stories, and I'll leave the links to them in the description below.